Hey everybody, clearing. Okay, so I had the most random song pop into my mind while doing the pre-shuffle. It was like, I think Paula Abdul, Straight Up Now Tell Me, whatever that first line is. Are you really gonna love me forever, or is it just a hit and run? Okay, so that's the song that's coming to mind. So let's get these masculines in the hot seat and let's see. Masculines, straight up now tell us. Are you gonna really love the DM or the DFs forever, or is it a hit and run? How are you feeling about it? What is the scoop? Show us the tea, masculines, on this whole thing from your perspective. Straight up now tell us. What are you thinking about all the things I usually do readings on day to day? The connection, your person, the heart space, your person in the heart space, your manifestation wishes at this time, your actions, your challenges, based on straight up no tell us. Are you seeing this as forever? What can we know? What can the feminines know? What is the advice for the feminines? Some food for thought, a way of looking at it that will bring additional consciousness to the divine feminines. What can we see? That doesn't feel quite, there we go. Okay, so masculines, honestly, forever or temporary in your mind about the connection? More than meets the eye. There's so much more going on here than just surface level. Okay. That's a straight up answer. Thank you for your assistance, masculines. Okay, the Empress, awesome. This is beautiful because we've got this tarot of oppositions here, and we have the more disintegrated Empress. So basically, there's more than meets the eye in this connection. Feminines, it has so much to do with which version of self you're showing up in. You know, things go really well when you're manifesting from this buoyant, high frequency, high vibing, beautiful safety and abundance in your world. And then for whatever reason, when you're in this, or maybe you're in this and then growing into this, there's a developmental curve. So this is saying that it takes two, that you get what you put out. It's a tandem effort, that it is this spiritual becoming that the two are collaborating on, that is bringing the abundance in, but also feminines. It's not just the masculines way or the highway, the expectation that it's going to be forever or not. It also depends on whether you want to manifest that with this person or not. What do the feminines need to see about that? Justice, it's on the table, but you know, it's not in the upright. It's not just up to your masculine to decide that. You are also manifesting here. And so if you're not all in from your side of it, justice won't prevail. And so this is a journey of learning, feminines, where improvement, growth can happen. And to not being discouraged when there seems to be the illusion of separation coming in that allows you to integrate something that you've experienced that will add to you coming into the wisdom and embodiment of true abundance, true high frequency, justification, knowing what you're worth, deserving love. It's a process. It's a becoming. What is the advice for the feminines? Oh my goodness, Three of Pentacles in the same position. So it's, you know, same page. We got the Six of Pentacles for both the other day, and now we've got both seeing behind the scenes, behind the curtain here on reality that each has a say in the collaboration of, the manifestation of these journeys. It's not just one or the other. And the feminine and masculine manifest in slightly different ways. So what can we see for the masculine's view of the feminine? Open to seeing what will come. And the sun, here's the divine masculine card now in the inverted. We want to see it in the upright. So this goes hand in hand. Masculines are seeing that feminines aren't quite there yet, and masculines, you're now being reminded that it's not just about whether your feminine is in readiness or not. You staying open to your own growth, your own becoming. That was such a nice little back and forth mirror for the two. See how it takes two, everybody? Now I'm hearing just the two of us. Okay, so feminines, walking away to fill up your own cup is what I heard here. Full moon energy. There is a intention here. Don't grow weary. Set a new growth goal, feminines. I'm seeing that it is to walk away from things that are emotionally rocking your boat. Anything, again, the message like a broken record, but it's such a beautiful tune, is, ooh, I lost it. I guess the record played so long that I forgot what it was all about. Yeah, it's about walking away from things that don't serve and constantly doing better, constantly knowing that when you put up with certain things, when you don't believe better, that you're not going to be given better in your reality. If you can't conceive of it, it will go off of your radar. You won't say yes to it. And so it is about willing to risk, clinging to the familiar, clinging to the broken record, the things that don't feel good. So if your masculine isn't in their full expression yet, if it's a work in progress for them as well, don't bet the farm on where they're at. Take matters into your own hands and keep growing. Set that intention for growth. What is the advice for the feminines? 8 of Pentacles, put the work in. Be self-made, specialize, dive in, progress. What can we see for the masculines? Straight up tell us, is this forever or not? Okay, so if a negotiation can be reached, there's the eclipse, April 8th. So right now, both truths are being seen. Right now, the masculines are wondering how to overcome some kind of an obstacle, or they know of an obstacle that is preventing the two of you from going deeper right now. Take it how it resonates for your situation. This is saying that by the eclipses, there will be this little portal. Pretend this is a close-up of between the things there, that masculines also have things, feminines also have things that are preventing this connection from flowing smoothly in the 3D, in the material realm at this time. Being reminded that we got the 3 of Pentacles for both, and that is seeing more than meets the eye. So we're learning how to see the energetic factors, and that it's not just the other one. It's us too. We're learning to be objective for ourselves, for the other, to see holistically. And this is what turns the wheel of fortune. So masculines know that if these obstacles can be worked through, and when, that will move things forward. Right now, they don't know. And they're very practical in this energy. But when these solutions come in for each, the wheel does turn. What can we see for the feminines? 4 of Cups. So opportunities can come back around. We've got the 4 and the 8 of Cups here. So your masculine has to do that. You've got to do that. What do I mean by that? Let go of the past. Stop pretending like the best is in the past. Make way for better than ever to come through, and keep doing your diligence, putting in the work. What is the advice for the feminines with this coming back around? Ruler of flux and reflux, the moon. So we got the sun and the moon. So we've got cosmic energies, counterparts, the feminine and masculine on a cosmic scale here. So there's something, I'm getting hormonal balance for you feminines. So with the coming back around, this is also cycles and not being afraid of the birth, death, rebirth cycle, and knowing that all things come back around. Just because it's out of orbit for a moment doesn't mean that it's not going to come back around. We've got the moon, we've got the sun, we've got the wheel of fortune, we've got the eclipse here. So the eclipses, there is something major going to be released on the eclipses, and it has to do with the questioning that when these connections are on pause, that they might be gone forever. Something about the temporary versus the eternal is being anchored. So this blockage for each is also proving there's nothing the two can't overcome, and that they don't need each other for it. It can be sovereign, and it can be a training to get both into the habit of solving energetic puzzles, just like clockwork, cosmic clockwork, I'm hearing. So there's an mastery coming in with how to navigate our own challenges in alignment with divine timing and cosmic energies through the mundane, beyond just the 3D, but working with what is and the metaphysical understanding of how that material realm manifestation is being generated. What can we see for the heart space? The masculines are, tell us straight up, are you here for ever or a short time? Tower. So this implies that they are changing what they thought this connection, what was possible here. So if they had moments of doubt, they now know that it's possible that this could be long term. If they thought of this as just a temporary connection at first, they're now seeing it's much more than that. If they thought that this was a sure thing, they're getting a jolt that it might not be as secure as it could be if they don't put in the work. Or they might get a scare that's an imagined thing, that they're afraid they're feminine. Masculines, you might be afraid your feminine won't overcome something. So there's a lot of sorting here that the masculines are saying it depends. There's a harmonization of duality right now. It's an either or. So whatever their original viewpoint was, it's being turned on its head, and the opposite is also being seen as a potential. Whenever we experience a spectrum, one end to the other, polarities, we can harmonize those dualities and come into a mastery of that spectrum as a unified thing. So masculines on the heart space are realizing through thick and thin, better or worse, all of that stuff. What else do we need to know? 9 of Swords. Yeah. So don't believe the hype of anxiety right now. You can get through this. Again, anxiety is when our heart is telling us something. We're feeling the instructions written on our heart, but our minds don't believe it could be possible. If we have the faith the size of a mustard seed, it brings us into alignment more with our heart, and we start believing in other portals and possibilities and potentials. What can we see for the feminines, the alchemist? So this is time to dig deep and alchemize on a deep, deep level right now, to solve the things with your karma, with anything that's stumping you, to blend, to go for win-wins, to see how you can continue expanding your consciousness so it's not either or, it's not polarizing. So we're moving out of polarizing and we're looking at unifying, blending, harmonizing, win-win. What is the advice? King of Swords. Yeah, this is a legal card. So this is documents, legal, financial, getting your finances in order, getting legal situations in order. This can be a card of contracts. So really win-win with contracts right now, feminines. If you don't know what a win-win is, this is your cue to do a meditation. So I'm getting that has to do with whatever this sword represents, that is your side of the energy, feminines, that is preventing the connection from fully coming in right now. It will differ for everyone. But right now, buckle down, double down on finding win-wins for your situation. This is a runway up to the eclipses where you will have wind in your sails for that, feminines and masculines. What is the manifestation the masculines are looking at regarding this connection being here forever or a short term? They're overcoming their anxiety. And what did I just say? Anxiety is when our head and heart are far out of alignment. And so this means they're bringing their mind into alignment more with their heart, which is an eternal love thing. So again, masculines are catching on to this eternal love. The Chariot in the inverse, so it won't move forward smoothly or at all possibly unless that anxiety opens the door for it. So yeah, masculines, just keep on being curious about what your thoughts would need to be in order to reflect what your heart really truly desires here. It's not those stigmas and obstacles in your mind that are the gospel. Your heart is. And so it's up to you to really carefully look at what those things are and move them into a better feeling direction. What about the feminine? Stay open and curious. Watch and wait. Look and listen. There are things, there are movements happening. There is growth afoot, I just heard. What is the advice for the feminines? 10 of Cups, Lord of perfected success in the inverse. So really drop in what is good for you right now is good for the universe, good for your connection, feminines. Keep holding your frequency high, walking your sovereign choices right now, whatever you're led to do. That doesn't mean no crossover with your masculine. It means first and foremost, making sure that it is well with your soul to the thriving level. If you're faced with a decision, do the one that actually solves, actually encourages, actually supports, actually empowers, actually brings forward motion. What can we see for the actions that the masculines are taking based on, is it short-term or eternal? Wow, tact and timing. So they could be clumsy about something. They might have a predicament right now about when to communicate something. So this might be one of the blockages that's going on the other side of the energy from the feminine's blockage. And it could have to do with a karmic feminine-esque energy. It doesn't have to be a specific karmic partner. It can be a feminine type of energy, a template, a style of feminine energy that the masculine has had trouble holding their own regarding. That could be so many different ways that the feminine energy manifests, but this is my karmic feminine energy card. So right now the masculines are really overcoming, feeling trumped by certain types of feminine energy. That can even be the damsel in the distress. It can be the where's the pants in the family kind of energy. It can be so many different things. It's, again, a spectrum. What do the masculines need to know? The world. So in the inverse like this, there is just a final bit of revolving here or evolving about how to navigate certain feminine energies. Again, this is a very Freudian mother wound type of impasse for the masculines to hold their own and not fear rejection if they do what they know is good and right and true in their heart. This is an energy that would make them second guess their better judgment. And so there is a final test, masculines, for you to choose your knowing beyond the illusion of having to put this other energy first at your own demise. I just heard your own detriment. What do the feminines need to know? 9 of Wands. You don't have to fight for anything right now aside from just voting for success and having a vote of confidence. So just sort of drop your guard right now and just let your masculine come through this kind of experience. You can sort of be a peaceful warrior. This is the wounded warrior. This is the peaceful warrior. And then Six of Pentacles, here's the equal give and take. So there's something that both are learning independently right now that will provide more of a reciprocity when it comes back in. But right now it's about giving to self and evolving and learning first person so that that contribution can be matched when the two are able to come through this period of sovereign navigation. What can we see for the biggest challenge for the masculines? I think we've already determined that these masculines are aware that they're in it for the long run. What is the challenge? Continuing to invest in a period of, this is a gardening card. It's the period of waiting where we've given the crops everything they need and now we're just waiting for the fruit, waiting for the harvest, bouncing on the bouncy ball, bouncing. The masculines are kind of wondering how long is it going to be? Are we there yet? Kind of energy. And the Hanged One. So yeah, they're feeling a little bit frustrated, sexually frustrated, I just heard, wondering what incarnation can they do to move this energy faster. That can be a little bit of an escapism right now, masculines, because you're dealing with something stressful. It can be that you're wanting this to move forward more smoothly, but the catch is you have to deal with that stressful thing before this can actually move, because otherwise the universe won't let it come in. So whatever squeaky wheel energy or whatever you're needing to deal with, do it with a glad heart. Be so grateful it's showing up, because that's the thing you get to do that will allow you to come into this flow with your person. Keep grounding the higher love, the benefit of the doubt, the showing up, perseverance, like allowing, receiving, witnessing, observing what is going on with gratitude, feminines. And Four of Cups, Lord of blended pleasure. So this alchemical process you're doing within self is going to lend itself to a more pleasurable experience when it's time. There's a process that we're watching happen right now where karmic clutter is being cleared and both are becoming free and clear to pursue this connection pleasurably, fully, unbothered, unadulterated, and without distraction. There's going to be more of an ability to show up to the degree that each knows they desire to and that the other is worth. What a beautiful energy. What can we see for the solution? Letting the wings develop a little bit longer, really hanging on your truth. Masculines, knowing, trusting your truth above all these other naysayers and opinions right now. It's really about knowing that even though everyone else can't see what you're becoming, what you're designing, your divine feminine can. And so what if these people don't get it? They're just sharpening you by questioning you so that you can refine what it is you're actually developing in there. And so they're all eyes on you because they're learning from you. 100,000 others come up into the light with one master, and you are becoming a butterfly master. And so all of these are watching you. It might be that they're poking fun, but secretly they're like, what is that DM up to? Why are they like that? Why do they seem happy? Why are they changing? What are they up to? Don't sweat it, masculines. Stay on your truth and rise. Spread those wings eventually. What can we see? Queen of Wands. Yes. So we've got this beautiful temptation right now. The Queen of Wands, this is like the saintly version, and this is like the dark, feminine, alluring temptation. So yeah, you might just keep going towards this truth. Right now, your feminine might feel like a temptation, but it's really that carrot on the stick that is a blessed carrot on a stick. It's not something there to taunt you. It's there to encourage you, to show you what you're becoming worthy of, to prepare you, to get you excited. But yes, it does feel a little bit out of reach still. Just know that it's a work in progress and it's coming, masculines. What can we see for the feminines? Prince of Pentacles. Yep, one foot in front of the other right now, doing what is needed in the physical because it's not in the energetic realms anymore. That's why sometimes it feels hard when it's coming into the physical. That demands things change in the physical. Go with the flow. Accept the changes gladly. You've got this. Where there's a will, there's a way, and where you're following divine guidance, it will be provided. It will be shown to you. It will be illuminated. The red carpet rollout to your destiny is happening here. What is the advice, feminines? King of Wands. Wow, we got the Queen and King of Wands now showing up on the same row. Yeah, so both are preparing for the other. Yeah, whatever you're doing right now is a direct pathway. You're laying the yellow brick road straight to your union, feminines. What is the direction in the near future that the masculines know? Securing a happy, healthy home together. This is a card of single. This is a card of inclusion, inclusivity, and home. In the guidebook of this card, it says happy, healthy home. And that is together here. So there is some working on home together. Safety, finances, there's some shared scenario. And we get Queen of Swords in the upright, so no longer in the reverse. So masculines, if you had any doubt that this feminine has your best interest, that this feminine is divine, here is the proof in a card, in a contrast. The other one was karmic in the inverse. This is in the upright. And so, yeah, your feminine will never be manipulative or take advantage of you. That's how you know this is a divine feminine, that they are actually there for growth, for success, for abundance. They are a contributor, not a taker. And some masculines, you might be takers, but if you're a contributor and your feminine is a contributor, now we're generating abundance. What do the feminines need to know about where things are going? Here is a golden coin about to pop into the reality. So something prosperous is about to pay off. I'm seeing the coin that this person is laying the path with, and then this one is emerging over the horizon with the divine wheel of fortune, that prosperity coming in. Something is right around the corner that has to do with you joining efforts with your masculine surrounding some kind of finance, some kind of home situation, some kind of opportunity, something that is the two of you. What is the advice for the feminines? Knight of Pentacles, just keep laying the bricks in the path, doing what you need to do that's not necessarily focused right on the connection. I just saw 2727. And trust that as you focus on the things you need to, this card says the Lord of wild and fertile land. Just know that it's a new territory. It's a wilderness, but it's fertile. And so just keep prioritizing growth in your own situation and trust that that is bit by bit bringing this secure, stable, authentic foundation in that is unshakable, unmovable. Okay, many blessings. Bye for now.